timing for becoming a foster parent was our youngest was going to school and kind of needed to do something as a career or as a job or whatever. And I've always worked in childcare, so because I was adopted myself as a child, so I've always kind of thought about doing something, not necessarily adoption, but sort of something along those lines to help children in the system, if you like. So we had three girls, all at primary school, but obviously they were great with the children that we had in when they were younger. They just loved playing with them, and we used to say that they did the fostering and we did the paperwork. So it was it worked really well when they were growing up. At the moment we have a long-term placement who's been with us for 7 years. We took on a sibling group in lockdown. We had three brothers. The eldest of the three was with us for 6 months and then needed more attention, so we went to a one-to-one placement. And we kept the younger two. They were with us for probably 2 years before they went to have an adoption. Unfortunately, that adoption did fail and they came back to us after 5 months. We didn't want them to go through that again, so we've now adopted those two children, even though it was never, ever on the cards. We couldn't let them go, so they are now part of our family. It was definitely a very emotional time. We were obviously in contact with the adopted couple when they were away from us, and we did miss them like crazy. We weren't quite expecting to miss them as much as we did, but we did. It felt a bit like a grandparent relationship where, obviously when they said they couldn't continue, we were desperate to make sure that they could come back to the stability of our family, because that's what they've known and that's what they'd attached to. They're now 6 and nearly 5, and when we first had them, the baby was 4 weeks old and 18 months respectively. So, they've been in our lives for quite a long time, and I think as far as they were concerned, they were family anyway. It is very important to try and keep siblings together when possible. And to be able to take on a sibling group is, quite a privilege to be able to keep them together, because that's their security. They've already had enough loss, by losing their caregivers as such. So yeah, to keep their siblings with them is fantastic. We still have a connection with quite a few of the children. Some have gone back to family, which is brilliant. Some have gone back to other members of the family, which is great. So it's really nice to see that continuation that they're working, because worrying about them when if you're not very confident that they've gone back to family, whether it's going to be successful. So to be able to see it and hear it, and that's great. It's very reassuring. When you have them longer term, you really do get to see the impact that being in your family is having. It's really rewarding because, like I say, the ones we have contact with still, it's nice that they want to. So you kind of think, I've done something right. So it is really nice to see them go on and still think about you, because we also think about all of them. And it's just really nice to know that you have had part of their journey, and hopefully it was a happy one. We've been with Orange Grove for the whole 15 years. There's always support, from the supervising social worker, the children's social worker, family support worker, other foster carers. There's a lot of support around, so you can always talk it out with somebody. When we come together for forums and coffee mornings and trainings, and to listen to other people's experiences and learn from them is great. And yeah, I definitely feel like I'm part of a team. We're not doing it on our own. We've definitely got the support, and it's always there on tap, a phone call away, and they are there to help and support, and they do. I think as long as you've got a spare room and the capacity to love and some resilience yourself, you need quite a bit of patience and resilience. I think give it a go. If you've even thought about it, you're probably capable. It's been the best thing we've done as a family. Our three girls have got such a lot out of it, including 2 new brothers. But yes, it's been brilliant. We love it, and we don't intend to stop anytime soon.